orange dress on the show was such a, hit that. But, I feel after we really need bright colors and I like everybody wearing bright colors. I like to look at them myself, so I figured I don't have that many in my closet, so I've been hunting for them as the shows go on. Yeah. In 1967, Tina Louise was one of the most recognizable faces on television. Then, she disappeared. Her Gilligan's Island co-stars wondered what happened. Producers called her difficult. But the truth was different. She'd been running from something since she was 6 years old. Something that happened at a boarding school on visiting days. Something about empty chairs and silent Sundays. At 90, she's breaking her silence. And the reason she walked away will change how you see every celebrity. Tina Louise was born on February 11, 1934, in New York City. Her birth name was Tina Blacker. Her father, Joseph, owned a candy store in Brooklyn. Her mother, Sylvia Horn, was only 18 and already working as a fashion model. From the beginning, Tina lived between two very different worlds. One was sweet and steady like the candy shop. The other was fast, flashy, and full of bright lights, the world of fashion. That contrast would shape her entire life. But things didn't stay steady for long. When Tina was just 4 years old, her parents divorced. It was the late 1930s, a time when divorce carried a heavy stigma. After that, Tina's life became unstable. She moved from one relative's home to another. Sometimes she was placed in boarding schools. Her father stayed busy with the candy store and her mother was chasing modeling jobs. Tina never stayed in one place long enough to feel settled. Home became a moving target and love became something she watched other kids receive. Her mother remarried more than once. With each new husband came a new stepfather, and Tina was shuffled again. Sometimes she had to leave a home without warning. She once said she felt like luggage, carried around but never truly seen. These constant changes didn't bring her comfort. Instead, they deepened the hole. Her father's absence and her mother's unpredictability had already left. No one asked what she wanted. No one stayed long enough to find out. At 6 years old, she was sent to the Ardsley School for Girls, a boarding school in upstate New York. The school was strict. Personal items weren't allowed. Rules were everywhere. She lost even the small things that made her feel like herself. Toys, pictures, keepsakes gone. Affection was rare if it existed at all. Surrounded by other girls, Tina felt more alone than ever. She missed love, missed comfort, missed someone saying, "You matter." Sundays were visiting days. That was when the other girls' families came. They brought hugs, snacks, and updates from home. But most Sundays Tina sat waiting. Her mother and father rarely showed up. She watched the room fill with joy and then empty out, leaving her behind over and over again. The silence after the last visitor left became familiar. That pain never left her. When Tina Louise was in high school, something small happened that ended up changing her entire life. She was sitting in drama class when her teacher asked what her full name was. She replied, "Tina Blacker." The teacher asked if she had a middle name. She didn't. So on the spot the teacher suggested one, Louise. Just like that. It wasn't planned. It wasn't a big decision, but Tina loved the name. Immediately. It felt elegant. It felt like her. From that day on she started using it not just in school but everywhere. Over time Louise became more than just a middle name. It became her stage name. Eventually it replaced Blacker completely. And the funny part, it didn't come from an agent or a PR team. It came from a casual moment in a classroom. Tina Louise's career didn't begin on a stage or in front of a movie camera. It began when she was just 2 years old. Her father owned a candy store and she appeared in a commercial for it. That was her first taste of the spotlight. Her mother had been a model, too. So Tina grew up surrounded by that world. She watched, learned, and followed in those footsteps. As a teenager, she started doing modeling jobs. Some of the photos were considered quite daring at the time. Pin-up style. Shots that showed off her beauty and confidence. This was the 1950s when such photos could still stir up controversy. But Tina didn't shy away. She used her looks and her presence to stand out. Those modeling gigs gave her money, yes, but more importantly, they taught her how to pose, how to light a shot, and how to connect with the camera. All skills she would carry into her acting career. But Tina wasn't just another pretty face chasing fame. She wanted to be good, really good at acting. So she went where the serious actors went. First, she studied under Sanford Meisner at the neighborhood playhouse. Meisner taught actors to respond honestly and in the moment. He didn't want fake emotions. He wanted truth. Tina took that to heart. Then she took it even further. She went to the actor's studio and trained with Lee Strasberg, the man behind method acting. Strasberg's method was different. He asked actors to dig deep into their own memories and feelings. It was intense. It was raw, but it worked. His students included legends like Marlon Brando and James Dean. Tina wanted to be seen in that same light, not just glamorous but talented. In 1956, still in her teens, Tina landed her first major role in the musical Lil Abner. The show opened on November 15th and ran for a solid 693 performances, an impressive run that gave her real visibility. She played a flamboyant character named Appassionata Von Climax. It was a big break and she shared her dressing room with another actress, also making her Broadway debut. But Tina wasn't new to the stage. Years earlier, she had appeared in Two's Company, a Bette Davis musical review in 1952. She also had roles in John Murray Anderson's